The drama. It just keeps on coming, doesn't it?
Didn't see this coming 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely. We are predictably unpredictable, aren't we? So McLean is ready. Phillips, the Hull keeper, just fiddling around outside the posts, wasting a little bit of time. A second yellow for time wasting would be fun during a shootout for a goalkeeper. The ref just has a little word with him. And Phillips is dancing around. Here's the whistle. McLean steps up and scores. Sent him the wrong way. And Wrexham take the lead.
Well, excellent. Sorry, Mark. Excellent penalty. Waited a long time, didn't he? But he was so calm, like you say, just stood there sort of juggling the ball. Just watched Phillips. Was like, well, you're not going to put me off. Beautifully placed left side.
I guess he sends the message, doesn't he, by doing that of, I'm confident. I'm not worried about standing here on my own for ages. Casey Palmer will take the penalty, right-footed. Wrexham fans behind the goal waving their torches on their mobile phones to put him off. Okonkwo standing tall, bouncing on the balls of his feet. Palmer steps up and sends Okonkwo the wrong way. Nice finish inside the right post. And it's 1-1. Elliot Lee goes next. Wow, it's just such a spectacle, a penalty shooter, as Lee spots the ball up and waits on the end of a short run up, right-footed. Again, Phillips bounces around and it's a good penalty. Keeper went the right way, but it was right in the side netting. Good finish by Lee.
Yeah, really good finish. Am I right in saying he was one of the ones that missed against Peterborough?
Yes.
That's true, yeah.
I think that, yeah.
Good knowledge, Mia.
Well, I try.
You succeed.
But again, shows strong mentality to come back from that one. I know it was a long time ago, but you don't forget them.
Yeah, exactly. Ndala will take the next penalty. Okonkwo standing off his line in no rush to get back as Ndala is slowly strolling up. Spots it up now. Seems to be more people with torches now trying to put him off. A very straight run up by Ndala. He's right-footed now. He goes across to his left to make an angle. Little stutter run, steps up and hits the bar, misses! It was a cute one. Okonkwo though went the right way and he tried to lift it over Okonkwo and hits the bar, and Wrexham have the advantage. 2-1 up after 2 penalties each.
Well, he starts straight on. He takes a couple of steps to his left. Then he's got that little scuffle steps and then goes into the ball. Hits it well enough. Hits the join, crossbar and post. Bounces down, out.
Windass. Short run up. Stutter. Goal! Drills it inside the left post. Again, the keeper went the right way. This time it wasn't as much a placement as the power. And Wrexham are 3-1 up, having taken 1 penalty more. Up comes another substitute, Kamara. Ball bouncing as he wanders up. Ref stands on the spot again. The torches are out in the SToK Cold Brew Coffee end. Okonkwo waits on his line. Left-footed. Kamara goes to the end of his run-up. Okonkwo dancing, trying to put him off. Kamara steps up and prints him the wrong way. Good penalty. 3-2 after 3 penalties in Wrexham's favour. And Wrexham have Ollie Palmer stepping up to take the next one.
I can't tell you how long that walk feels when you're doing it.
Yeah.
It is horrible. The relief when you score, though. The walk back's nice.
Palmer, right-footed, steps up, scores. Whoa, that was a proper penalty, that. Keeper didn't even move. He just slotted it with pace, side-footed, bottom right corner. Lovely hit, and then stood and stared into the SToK Cold Brew end for a bit.
Well, the way that he addressed the ball, the way he runs up, it looks like he's going to smash it. So I think the keeper's thinking he's just going to absolutely tee off here. Keeper stands and he just punches it in the bottom right-hand corner. That's a proper pen right there.
So you hit that tipping point now. Everything has to go Hull's way to take it to sudden death. Giles with a straight run-up. 4-2 to Wrexham. Hull have 2 penalties left. Giles steps up and scores. That was very cool. That was sent to Concours the wrong way. Well, saw where the Concours was going and slotted it. And so Jack Marriott has the responsibility of scoring and sending Wrexham through. Concours walks up with the ball under his arm and hands it to his teammate. Phillips wanders back to his line. Marius looks like he wants to get on with business quickly. Puts the ball down. Here he goes, steps up right-footed. Yes! Wrexham win! What a remarkable cup tie. Sent the keeper the wrong way. And Wrexham win 5-3 rather, on penalties after a 3-3 draw. And we were 3-1 down in the last minute. And we're through to the second round of the cup.
3 days in a season of football already for Wrexham. The roller coaster has begun.
Let's make a TV show, guys.
Yeah, I think it would do pretty well, don't you? But wow, I mean, just again, how many times can we say it? Just great attitude, great mentality from all those players. You know, some of those on the fringes, they desperately want to stay in this competition for minutes. But then the ones who are coming on, equally, they're just winners. They've got that winning mentality. They want to win every single game, every single competition they're in. They want to be a part of it for as long as possible. And just again, you know, you're 2 goals down with not long to go. That's not an easy feat when you've got whole fans singing like they've won the league. But Wrexham, like we say, always find a way. Never leave a Wrexham game early.
I can't heap enough praise on Ollie Palmer. The way that he was dealt the cards he was done at the back end of last season, the way he's come back in pre-season, the way that he's gone about being left out the first game, to get on the bench in this game, to get on and then to do what he's done today, that shows massive mentality, and well done, because he's basically got us back in the game on his own. 2 brilliant headed goals, pure Ollie Palmer, rolling back the years, but huge credit to him and a massive pat on the back.
Gives everyone a massive bump ahead of West Brom as well on Saturday, not just those players on the pitch but fans in the stadium as well. A little bit more confidence as well going into it, might bring a little bit more noise, which is what we're going to need. And yeah, I just can't believe it, Mark. What a Tuesday night.
Yeah, not bad, is it, really? We made 11 changes, and frankly, the stiffs are all right. They did a very good job, that team. Absolutely tremendous. You know, Hull started well. Wrexham, though, came back and had a very good spell through the middle of the first half. Elliot Lee opened the scoring with a deflected shot. But 5 minutes later, Ollie McBurney equalised, and it looked like they were going to take control of the game, Hull, as the Wrexham players are now just walking around and taking the applause of the fans. And Dala slotted a goal in from close range with 20 minutes left. Crooks also slotted in an open goal with 9 minutes left. It all looked over, but then Ollie Palmer, benefiting from 2 magnificent deliveries from the 2 wing-backs. First McLean ripping a ball in that he headed home, and then less than 2 minutes later, a brilliant run by Barnett, and he delivered. Palmer planting a header home, and then the penalty shootout. And goodness me, Wrexham were perfection. 5 penalties out of 5, and Dala hit the bar with his, and Jack Marriott stepped up to slot the ball home, and Wrexham are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And it's just another day at the office, let's be honest.
Yeah, just another day at the office, really. But I was just watching him walk across the pitch from the other side of the dugout. It's a nice walk across, isn't it, when you produce a performance in game like that. You know, rapturous applause, obviously, from all the fans. Real good one. I think that's going to live long in the memory.
But it's key. Don't get beat. If you get beat, don't lose the next one. Do you know what I mean? And it can become a little bit of a habit, but they've come from nowhere. They've got back into the game. The penalties were absolutely top draw. They were a top draw. Keeper no chance with any of them. He's gone the right way on a couple. But no, Wrexham come out on top again at home.
Wow, yeah, quite something. You know what? We were chatting just before the game to a couple of fans who've come from Oregon. And I've got to be honest, with about 5 minutes left, I thought, oh, it's a shame fans who've made all this journey, all this distance, and you know, they get to see the Southampton conclusion and now this. I think now they're rather pleased that they came somehow. Wow, that was drama. Absolutely writ large, remarkable stuff. And Wrexham go through to the next round. Not bad.
So, no key for more on Saturday. I'll leave it up to you lot out there.
I think he's got a case, hasn't he? But that is something that's fascinating. I mean, let's be honest, there's no point in hiding it. Phil Barkson's looking to bring more players in. When you look at the players we've got, you know, we're getting to the point where any more players are coming in, and players who I think you'd think would have a part to play this season will not be registered. Well, some of them are playing here, either off the bench or starting, and a few messages were sent, not least by Ollie Palmer.
And that's right, you know, him before the game, what's his thought process? What's going through his mind is like, oh, I'm on the bench. They put me on the bench because we haven't got really, looking round, there's nobody really else. And if needed, I might get 5 minutes. He's got half an hour, he's ran out, he's changed the game in our favour, and he's put himself out there because there is no keeper more. Phil Parkinson loves a big guy up there. It's out there, and he's, like you said, he's put a brilliant case for himself to start at home to West Brom.
I think it just proves you just never know what's going to happen in football. You just can't write these things that just happen just without any sort of, you know, prediction or anything that ahead of you that gives you that sort of clue, and that's why we all just love it, and long may it continue.
Absolutely. That was great fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, give us United next round.
Oh yeah, like I say, give us a bye in the next round like that. Absolutely right. Wow. Well, that was fun. Absolute pleasure as always to bring the game to you all, and keep your eye on the club media channels for everything. Nice extended hot take now with our penalty commentary on it. But wow, sensational that was, with a final score of Wrexham 3, Hull City 3. Wrexham win 5-3 on penalties and go through to the second round of the Carabao Cup. We've been Andy Morrell, Mia Roberts and Mark Griffiths for Wrexham AFC.